Hello everybody, my name is Joy and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Now as you can see, I just wanted to show you the loading screen here. Previously, when I finished the first Let's Play and came back to the loading screen, this new game button was all messed up. But technically now I could start a new game. I'm not sure what effect that would have. I'm not gonna do that just yet. I'm just gonna pick up where we left off, namely with the poem. Alright. Doki Doki Sunny. Ooh, sparkle in a heartbeat from a shiny chair. And in my imagination, I see the clouds and flowers, and I treasure them with utmost joy. Blah, puppy. Something with a puppy. Candy. Papa. Why Papa? Okay, I guess she likes that. Bouncy. Poof. Sugar. Silly. Play. Bliss. Okay, good. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Level Joy. Ah, hi Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over his shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at her desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. Ha! Foreshadowing. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Level Joy, don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and... sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monika? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man! Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Sorry, just warming up a little. Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promised I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So... Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. Huh, I didn't even remember anything bad happened. Huh, that's weird. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But... Oh... Oh god, that mouth. Mabel, Silkcloth, Blindside, Lifeline, and Unrespectality, faultlessly offered secular nade, okay? Okay, but whatever you say, girl. Whatever you say, just stop doing that with your mouth. Thank you. I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kinda nice to hear, since I was always afraid you'd secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kinda weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not! What took you guys so long? What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you always played music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So, I'm still impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. Monica looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I'll look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Leveljoy. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki had already run off into the closet. Leveljoy? Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you give that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, She's fine. She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much. This game is pushing me in a direction, but I'm gonna stick with what I said. I'm gonna stick with what you voted on. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. What? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Leveljoy? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly... Couldn't read that. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. I mean, it's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. A thought just crossed my mind. What if the first decision you make is the decision your game is gonna force you to stick with? That would be weird, because that's kind of what it's doing right now. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. Prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulders as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of, couldn't read that. Yuri, you really apologize a lot and, glitch out and freak out a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn pages. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled up even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Her face changed. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you're talking about. Not the murder thing that I'm totally not gonna be doing. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Level joy? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So, you don't know anything? Sorry, can't say that I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Should we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd just get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, I'm gonna go with Natsuki. Again. Well, it's not terrible. But it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really different from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who spends time with you. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Okay, I got a feeling like this might be important, so I'm gonna take a quick picture of it. Just in case. Just in case. That's not weird at all. It's very free form.
Level joy.
Why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. Yeah, I tried to do that voice, but I'm not gonna do that. That hurts. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead. Okay? You don't hate me. Lovejoy, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want me to go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. I had no choice in this matter. It's all I have. Play with me.
Play with me.
Whoa, what the What? What the fuck? What was that? What do you mean end? And then the game just continues. What is it with everyone breaking their necks? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go to Monica before I mentally collapse. Hi again, Lovejoy. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You'll never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, Lovejoy. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Oh, sorry, that was me. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Why is everything pushing me towards Yuri? This was not something that Yuri would like. This was Yuri's style. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean it like it's a bad thing though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for a long time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time left, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright, thanks Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Oh, this is the same one again. Save me, the colors they want bright. Beat full clearly. This is different. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop, violent grating, king, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing ribcage. Blah blah blah. Meaningless. Delete her. Delete who? And how would I do that? And why would I want that? This is weird. Sorry, hold on, let me save. Because that's the one I saved earlier. That is the one, at this point I made a save. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, Oh, hold on, let me check up on my recording real quick, making sure everything is still okay. It's been acting up a little bit lately. It seems to be going well, good. Well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You'll never know when Who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. Doki Doki. That's my advice for today. Now it knows that I'm listening. Thanks for listening. Boom, Yuri. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Wheel. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky. Seven holy stakes, a docked ship. A portal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope. A torn harness. Parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bold head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. That almost sounds like a YouTube title. My God, this is completely different. I love that they have different poems in here. There's gotta be like some hidden meaning to it that I'm not seeing just yet. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That's, a pen. A pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping and, Yuri is going yandere mode. I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it. And now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. You've unlocked a special poem. Yeah, sure. Was that poem? Nothing is real? Question mark? Okay. Okay, everyone. Man, I don't even know. A pot joke, I guess. A Call of Duty joke about being shot in the eyes. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? What is that sound in the background? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I'm just leaning back here. Because I expect something. I don't know what I'm expecting. Hello? Ah! Oh. I scared myself by pressing... I pressed the spacebar to, try something and then it actually startled me. Oh my god, why? I don't know why, what it is about this game. It has been somewhat disturbing, but it hasn't been really terrifying yet. But for some reason, I am really on edge while playing this. Probably because I'm expecting the absolute worst. Worst. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively since Level Joy joined and we're started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members. And the festival's our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Level Joy? Oh, come on! You can't take advantage of Level Joy just to agree with you just because she doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Level Joy joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Level Joy isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Level Joy want to get more members too. Right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation... no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club... it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Oh, me. Level Joy, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if I start this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with a club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Leveljoy, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I just could have joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. What? I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Leveljoy? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. Your eye is bleeding. So, if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk about Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Leveljoy? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Leveljoy before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me, as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I will see you two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew, things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel like I'm kind of responsible for that, as president, and I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time, with how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? It is weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why. Wait, not yet. No. Okay. That was weird. That was odd. That was very interesting. I mean, what does that even mean? You know what? I'm gonna save you the speculation at the end of every video that I do for 5 minutes normally. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the next video. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna leave a link down in the description if you want to play this game for yourself. It's available on Steam. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!